I mean, come on. You're going to leave the sink running all night in a zombie apocalypse? That seems irresponsible, to say the least. I can see why she hasn't left the city yet. Let's talk about Resident Evil 3, the remake. You know, the one that looked at Resident Evil 2's massive success and said, let's do that again, but shorter and louder and with all the charm surgically removed. Now, I played the first hour because, honestly, I don't have the fucking time. Plus, why play the whole game when Capcom barely finished it themselves? The opening cutscene of RE3 hits like a pharmaceutical-themed fever dream. Umbrella Corp's PR disaster is unfolding in glorious HD, and you can practically hear the sound of lawsuits rustling in the background. News broadcasts scream pandemic while city spirals into chaos faster than Jill Valentine can put on pants. It's dramatic, it's cinematic, and it's got just the right amount of, oh, we definitely shouldn't have let capitalism play with viruses type of energy. As the city burns and the infected shuffle in for a bite, you realize this isn't just a zombie outbreak. It's a stylishly grim reminder that corporations will end the world in 4K. It's supposed to set the tone, but to me it felt like Capcom accidentally opened with a Call of Duty trailer before realizing, wait, what were we talking about? Oh shit, that's right, zombies. For some fucking reason, Jill is still in Raccoon City even though it's clearly gone to shit. You can tell a lot about a woman by looking at her apartment. Firstly, we have a conspiracy board that screams schizophrenia, so I'd suggest checking her bathroom for a med cabinet before bringing her to Funky Town. There's a lot of Moon's Donuts coupons that probably expired a lot quicker than she expected, and who leaves the bathroom sink on all night? Here, we get to see her turning into a zombie in the mirror. There's blood, panic, a gun to the head, which is my favorite thing a girl can do on a Tuesday night. Turns out she was dreaming. Surely the apartment doesn't actually look like that, and she didn't actually leave the sink on all night. Fuck. Nope, it's exactly the way she dreamed it, and she did leave the sink on. This doesn't get addressed at all. And then, just as you're getting used to the moody lighting and existential dread, Nemesis Kool-Aid Man's his way through the wall like the door wasn't right over there. It's here where I got to take control of the character and get a feel for the movement mechanics of the game. I was pleasantly surprised because they are smooth. We formally get introduced to Brad, who we heard on the phone earlier. I got killed by a zombie who moved way faster than I expected his Moon's Donuts eating ass to move. And Brad's dead. Of course, it had to be Brad. I picked up my first gun of the game and quickly realized this was not like a zombie movie. It does not just take one shot to the head. As a matter of fact, it takes 3 shots to the head and a 4th one after the game jukes you into thinking that 3 was enough. Fucking assholes. The aiming was a little more sensitive than I typically like, but that could be just my own skill issue. Not 5 minutes later, we run back into our old pal, Nemesis, where Jill, a female, gets in the car and immediately wrecks it. What did Capcom mean by this? Nemesis takes a boom nugget to the face, and we meet a handsome stranger with horribly bad dialogue, Carlos.
I got you.
Who are you? What are you
My
doing?
name's Carlos, and I'm saving you.
Carlos and his merry band of Umbrella-sponsored mercenaries are here to guide you. Because when the world ends, of course the only people left are those legally obligated to say, Umbrella had no idea this would happen. Except for this crotchety old bastard. He locks himself in the back of a tractor trailer and calls it safe because nothing screams Fortress of Solitude like a glorified metal coffin with 0 exits and zombie-level ventilation. I had forgotten how shitty the inventory situation is in Resident Evil, but I only think that way because I like to live in a complete make-believe land where everyone has infinite pocket space and can pull all the bullshit they need out at any time. It was here that I learned that the knife is absolutely useless and that, unlike Brad, you can take a few bites from a zombie and be fine. Depending on the zombie, I guess? Even though we were just mean to Carlos the entire time he saved us, she gets to be mean to him again, but this time over a walkie-talkie. And even though Jill had just made it clear that she knew how to use one,
We can use this to stay in contact.
I know what a radio is.
she doesn't end the call with over, proving that in fact she did not know how to use one.
Fuck you.
This game is what I'd call a snug open world, where you're free to adventure but only in a short range. The game is a hallway simulator in a lot of areas, but that's exactly how the old games were, so I guess they're pretty on par. After wandering around the shops like I'm on some kind of post-apocalyptic shopping spree, I realized that my hour of gameplay was pretty much done. The combat was basically what I expected, I guess, like Resident Evil 2, but with less charm and a heavier focus on dodging. And believe me, the dodging mechanic that they put in these zombies gives you the shooting grace of a brick, especially from afar. So here's the thing with Resident Evil 3. It's not the disaster that some people made it out to be. The combat's smooth, the visuals are stunning, and the action is fairly non-stop. It definitely has that fast-paced vibe that keeps you on your toes, even if it's not as meticulously crafted as Resident Evil 2. The cutscenes are flashy, the voice acting is solid, and while Nemesis doesn't quite hit the same level of terror as he did in the original, he still manages to be a big inconvenience, maybe just not all in the right ways. Resident Evil 3 might not be the game we deserved, but it's the game we got. Explosions, zombies, and the ever-persistent reminder that Capcom can't leave well enough alone. If you enjoyed watching me rant about this, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned because I've got more sarcastic reviews and questionable opinions coming your way. I'll see you next time. And hey, just in case no one's told you yet today, I love you and I appreciate you.